here where I can be seen. Oh! Basically, you can't see me there. Hello, everybody. Huh?
Can't be seen.
I can't be seen. Seriously? Well, how about now?
Good deal.
Figure it out. There we go. You see the bald head. We're back with you today here on Bartram Homesteading, and basically today we're going to do some candling of the eggs. We've got 2 full incubators. We're going to go through the one that is underneath my hand specifically and go through it. The second one has so many dark eggs that honestly they're black copper moran eggs, and it's a crap shot when you do a candling on it, or on them should I say, because seeing through dark eggs is a pain. You have to have an extremely bright light, and even then you're lucky if you see through it. I've got a few in this incubator that are black copper moran eggs that we might see something, we might not. We'll find out. So I'm going to reposition the camera. My wife Nicole is here with me. She's going to be helping me, and we're going to be looking at them, seeing if we find any duds. So let's get down to business. First things first, change this. That's her. And we'll aim the camera down here like so. Try to get it lined up right. There we go. So these eggs have been in the incubator now for 5 days, and more or less temperature has been an even 37.5 to 37.7. I keep the foam all the way around my incubator just to save electric and keep everything nice and properly temperatured in there. I put tape across the front here to keep the moisture in the incubators, because these aren't the best incubators in the world. Honestly here, they do good as long as you run them right, but they have their faults just like any of the others. So we've got a mixture of black copper moran, leg bars, cream leg bars, road bars, and Pavlovska eggs in here. So we've got a mixture. So what's going to happen, I'm going to pop the top off of this thing. This thing's going to beep at us several different times. It's a given. It always does. Then we're going to cut the lights. Should be somewhat till you can see. And we'll turn Mr. Light here on as we're incubating. And we're going to move through them sort of quickly, but when we come across one that shows, if we can find one that shows a lot of what's going on, we'll explain it and show you specifically, get it up there real close to the camera, and we'll move through these. Our hope is that none are duds, but life and experience tells me there will be duds. We'll find them if they're there. Typically I'll wait until the next candling, which will be between 7 or 8 days, about 3 days from now, and that's when I'll actually pull out the duds, unless it's just so blatant that they are a dud. So Nicole, you kill the lights. And then I'm going to pull this off, and it's going to start beeping at me. It always does. Get this turn around here. Set. Alrighty, so again, here's all the beautiful eggs. See them? So we're going to start over here on this side, work our way down, up, down, just basically across them, and take a look at each and every one of them to see what's going on. This little light, I've used it for several years, and basically, are we in focus?
I don't see nothing.
How about now?
Yeah.
Alright, so what I'm seeing in this egg is not a whole lot going on just yet. This is the bottom, the pointed end of the egg. The top of it up there is nice and dark. There's no red ring around it, but there's also no major air saccage, and there's no veining that I can... Oh, I see veinings. I see veins now. Sometimes you got to do it this way to see them. You'll see right there's one. So that one's good to go. And to kill the noise, we just hit the set button on this thing one time and good to go. So doing it from this end, you don't get a good shot of what's going on. I can see veining, actually pretty good in that one, and I see a little dot. We can probably get a better look at it just like... There we go. So we can see everything. And if you look right above my thumb right there, there's a little spot in it, a little darker spot. And that little dark spot's actually the baby forming in there. So that one's good to go. Looking really good. So we're gonna go from above on these at this point. Ooh, that one, nice. We're seeing all kinds of veins. Looking good. Looking good. That better?
Yeah.
So let's go to the next one then. I see veins. I see a baby. Do you? See it there above my finger?
Yeah. Yeah, I see it now.
So, looks good. Looking good. These are Pav eggs, or Pavlovsky eggs. And how about that one? That's beautiful. Nice veining on it. Coming along well. Now we're going to switch over to road bar eggs, I believe. Let's see what we can see. They're a little darker egg. I see veins. Can you? It's right there. Below my light, right above my thumb is where it's at, that I see veins. I can see them all the way around. Right here is a good shot.
Let's
see. If you
can see them now, yeah.
There you go. Now. They're a little darker. That one was a little darker. And that's the trick when you're dealing with dark eggs. You know, I can see it. See it on the screen there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you if you see it on the screen. I'm looking on the screen for
All right, good. And looks like we got good veining going on there too. You see them?
Yeah.
So that almost through with the road bar eggs over there. And here's another road bar.
See them done real good.
Yep, I see them now. Had to turn the egg, but I see them.
I see them the other side from what you're seeing.
Yeah, you're seeing them from the opposite side of me. Now, road bars, for those that don't know, are auto-sexing. And I see some veins right there above my thumb. They're auto-sexing. You can sex these things at birth basically by simply looking at them. Now, the red ring o' death right here. Now, if you notice, can you see it on the screen? See that red ring all the way around like that? What that means is that this egg started, but something happened and it died. So that's our first one that we'll cull from the bunch. The next one is another road bar. You see it over there?
Yep. See veins?
Well, I see a red ring.
Yeah.
We've got another dead one here. It started, you can tell by the veins on the top that it started, but something happened and it died in the process. And you'll have that.
This should be the good one.
Now this is a cream leg bar. Whether we see anything
Oh yeah.
is questionable. But in this case, we see all
Hold
kinds.
down. There you go.
Now, in this one we see all kinds, and I actually seen the baby move a minute ago. Let's see if we can get it to move or see it this way. No, not really. But at the same time, I'm sort of worried because I do see that red ring all the way around it. So the question becomes, do I cull or do I leave as is? In this case, I'm going to leave as is.
Have you seen something move?
I seen something move in there, just barely, so I'm going to keep hold of it. Another cream leg bar. Right there's the baby.
Yeah.
On this one, we can see real good. And you might be
there's the
able to
baby.
see the baby right there underneath my finger.
Perfect shot.
Perfect shot of the little booger. And we'll put that one back. The next one, another cream leg bar. All of these will be cream leg bars for a while.
There's the baby again.
And there's the dark spot right there for those, all that beautiful veining in these. Beautiful. And cream leg bar.
Can't see.
That air sac is off to the side in this one, which sort of bothers me, but I see plenty of veining. And we're
I
going
see no vein in that one.
Oh, they're there. Look,
Oh yeah, I see.
it's just that I
In
had
the
it.
wrong spot.
Yeah. So that's doing good. We'll go to the next one here. Oh, right there's the baby on this side. Let's see if we can get a shot of it here.
Yep, there it is.
There's the baby, little
You
dark
can see it
spot
moving.
moving around. See it there, everybody? Beautiful baby on its way. Next, let's see what this one looks like. Uh-oh. Now here is a classic example of a dud. When a dud is in place, or in these, you have no veining, a real dud. It's also known as an infertile egg. There's just a small air sac up here, right? You can barely see it there, right? But there's nothing as far as veining. There's no anything in this one. So that one is a total dud in this case. So first cream leg bar cull. Next one. How about that over there? Can you see that baby?
It's a little alien.
See the little black eye? You can actually
Hold
see
down a
the
bit.
eye.
There you go.
You can see the eye in the little feller or little girl, whichever it may be. And lots of veining. Moving around. Coming along. So next. Got another one here. It looks pretty decent. Got plenty of veins.
There's the baby.
And somewhere around it, yep, I see the baby.
Yeah,
This little dark spot back in there. And get it to come forward depending on how it moves. So we're good on that one. And yeah, I see what could be the red ring of death. I see nothing else going on in this egg. There's a little vein right there, but there's nothing else going on. That one's a cull. I think it probably was infertile, to be honest. That happens. And this one, we have nothing. We've got an infertile. And this one we have takeoff again. Beautiful veining. And right there, if you look real close, the baby will show up if we move it just a little bit there.
Yeah.
Right underneath my finger, right in there. So we'll put that one back. Next one. Oh yeah. We got lots of veining in this. Beautiful. It's coming along quite well. I don't see the baby, but that don't mean that, well, yeah, I do. Baby's on this side floating around there. Get it to show up, but it's right below my finger or above my thumb there.
Yeah.
We'll put that one back in there. See what our next one shows for us. And we have an absolute dud.
For sure.
No veining, no nothing. Someone once told me it's a snow globe. Right there's the yolk, is what that is right there, that big dark spot. And there's nothing else going on in that egg, so it's a dud. Now we've got good veining, and
Okay.
I see a baby right above my
Blurry.
finger right there.
Blurry as heck.
I better.
Still blurry.
But
Can't even see it.
huh?
Can't hardly see it because it's so blurry.
What's blurry about it?
There you go. Now you can see it good.
See the baby in there, y'all? That's pretty. It's all about where I'm holding it.
Yeah.
I know where to hold it here, I think. Next egg.
There you go.
I see veins. And I see baby.
Up there.
Right there. So,
Moving a little bit.
right there at the top is where it's at. Typically where they stay until they get a little bigger, and then they move down in the egg. Next one, I see a whole lot of nothing. There's no veins.
Good.
Another classic dud. Infertile. So next, I see one little vein in that one, and I see nothing else. So it started and it quit. So it's basically a no-go. And part of this is, these weren't the cleanest eggs, so bacteria may have gotten into them. That one is another snow globe, I think, because I see no veining whatsoever. I just see the yolk itself moving around. So, another dud. And do we have takeoff on this one or no? I don't see anything on this one. It's a dud. I think the person's stock is a little, I got these from my little brother, so
The rooster's slacking a bit.
his rooster is slacking a bit. Now, I can see the baby, but I also see a red ring around this other side. So I need to know if that baby moves on its own. I'm not seeing movement. So let's see if I can get it to move this way. I can still barely see it up there. And I think honestly there's a red ring of death
Yeah,
possible. I don't see it moving on its own. I'm going to leave this one in until next time we candle, just to be on the safe side, because I see the baby and it's good size. Just because it ain't moving, and it's not a full ring around it that's red, so I'm going to wait on that one just to be on the safe side. So now let's see what we got here. Another slightly dirty egg, but I see all kinds of veining.
I see a baby moving too.
I've seen something move around in there, so I'm sure that there's a baby in there. So that one's back to the keep pile here. Next one, I see the baby right there.
Yep, moving around.
So yeah, it's bouncing around. I don't see that there's a red ring or anything that would stop it from growing. I think that that one is a keeper. And our next one, I see a snow globe. Back to the problem of rooster. And this is how you can tell whether a person's rooster is doing its job, is if you get a lot of them that show up as snow globe and your incubator is set at the right temp, the rooster is the problem. There's other methods too, but look here at this one, how pretty.
He does good on some and bad on others.
Does good on some, others are,
That one's moving good.
yeah, and look at all that veining. Beautiful. The nice thing is that egg is as blue can be. Just like that cream leg bar. Now this, ooh, look here y'all. How pretty as that is. Up close and personal, growing good, beautiful veins. Lovely. And try not to get ahead of myself here. Not too sure here. I don't see much, but well, yeah, I see veining some, but nothing like I would expect. I think it's a dud looking at it. I mean, well, I see something black right there.
Hold it down a little bit.
There's something moving in it right there, and it's not the yolk. I'm gonna keep it. I didn't see a reason not to at this point for another 3 or 4 days till the next one. And boom. Let's see what we get here. Baby. Now, that's beautiful. I mean beautiful. You can see the veining really good like that. Now, these are blue eggs, y'all, and for us to see the veining in them like this is absolutely awesome, because darker eggs tend to be more not on the easy side to see through. White eggs are awesome to see through though. I see veining and I see a baby, y'all. See it there? See its big black eye. Alright, so now we're down to doing some more pav eggs from the looks of things. And we'll see how our rooster is doing. This is from our stock. And I see lots of beautiful veining. Nothing to worry with as far as I can tell so far. And again, I see veining. These are sort of a tan egg, and I can see the baby moving in that one right there above my thumb. You'll see it barely moving. These are sort of a tannish looking egg, so they're a little different to see through. And I see veining in this one. I don't see a red ring, but I do see veins. Can you see them there, dear?
A little bit.
They're hard to see
Those
on
are
these.
harder to see on these.
Yeah. These are a little more difficult to see through. Now this one, I can see veins, clear as a bell.
Hold it at a different angle toward the...
Can you see the veins, y'all?
A little bit. Those things are harder to see through.
Some of these are pretty painful to see through. The real bad ones to see through is coming up. Y'all see how bad Moran eggs are to look into.
You see the veins are in.
You see the veins clear as day in this one. Looking good. Next, I see veins. But I see something disturbing.
The old red ring.
Red ring starting right there. I see it going all the way around. So that's a dud. First bad pav egg. And again, it started. It was fertile. Something else caused it to die. And this one, I see veins, clear as day.
Yep.
I see a baby in there, just bare. Yeah, you can see it moving there. Pretty little baby. And this one. Now, I expect this one, honestly, to be dead. It's a dirty egg, and I see a red ring all the way around it. So, second bad one. And notice, they say that if it's got a dime's worth of dirty area on it, it'll typically hatch. Well, look at all the ones that we've done, and they're all, a lot of them have dirty spots on them compared to the others. That the cleaner ones are just fine, just like this one.
You see the baby in it.
See the baby? They see it real good there.
Yeah.
Watch it move there. Little black eye. Beautiful. Now, y'all, we're down to some fun ones. Black copper Moran eggs. These are on the lighter scale compared to what's in this other incubator. And this is what you have to contend with. You can barely, you make out the air bubble at the top, but seeing anything else in that egg.
I don't know, actually, I can see the baby. Or maybe it's a piece of dirt. It's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell on these. Typically, I take these black copper Moran eggs and I leave them in until I'm sure that nothing is in them. So, in this case, I put them all back in. This one, I see a vein. It's hard to make out, but it's right there at my thumb, y'all. It runs that way. Past that, I can't see nothing. If we do it the other way around, again, you see nothing. It's just so dark, you have to have an ultra high bright light to deal with these things and get anything through them, which I don't have yet. This one, again, I see micro veins, or honestly, they're probably pretty dark, but I see something dark in it, right where my thumb was at. Yeah, that's a dark spot. That's a baby moving. We caught one finally. So back into the incubator it goes. Next, let's see if I can find the bright spot. Okay. We turn. I think I see veining, but you know, with this type of egg, it's a crap shot. You can't tell. And there's other ways to find out later when they're bigger in there, because they take up more space. And this one, a little brighter, but again, I couldn't tell you 100% whether it is or it isn't. So we'll leave it in, go to our next one. And with this one, okay, I see what I'm saying. With this one, with as much as it's lit up, I would hope to see a baby move in it or something. But again, I have no clue. Look at it from the other end. You can't hardly see nothing, y'all. I don't see a red ring around it or a dark spot around it. So back into the incubator. Last one of the run. Another black copper Moran egg. And again, seeing anything through these eggs is something else. So you know, it's just a crazy thing with these type of eggs. Now, just to show y'all something for fun, let's look at one of these snow globe. Well, this is one that I started out with earlier. It's got a red ring all the way around it in the middle, and that's typical of the red ring of death. If you look at the egg, notice there's dirtiness on it. And that's what I was saying a while ago about the cleanliness of the eggs. The cleaner they are when you capture them to put them in an incubator, the better off you are. Now there is an example of a snow globe. Snow globes are referred to such because they are infertile as they get. The fertility is none, and you can tell by the looks of it. It didn't do nothing. There's no veining or anything. So y'all, hope you enjoyed this. Actually, I'll do this. I hope y'all enjoyed us going through these and doing all of this, and we'll probably run another session of this in 3 days from now. If you didn't catch this one, just watch it on replay or whatever. But we'll do another session of this, and we'll go through this incubator specifically again, because this is the one that you can actually see something in. This other one that's got nothing but black copper Moran eggs in, I see no point in it, to be truthful, because it's going to be hard for me to even see anything in it. But we'll show you what they look like in another 3 days. Those of you that worry about candling your eggs or having them out to do so of the incubator, don't worry about it. The hen, if she sits on eggs, typically a hen, even a great hen that's great setter, you know, or brooder, she will get up every so many days at a minimum. She'll go off the nest, she'll go potty, and she'll get something to eat and something to drink, and then she'll go back to brooding. So she'll be off the nest for up to an hour a day sometimes, and it doesn't affect the chicks or the growth of the chicks at all, because of the way it's all designed in life and whatnot. But you definitely need to candle your eggs from time to time, and you need to go through them. Typically, I wait till day 5. You know, I've learned day 5 I can see something. Past day 5, you know, you can candle them every day if you really wanted to. You're not going to see a whole lot. It's still going to look the same from day to day because of you're used to what you're looking at. So then that's why I say space it out 2 or 3 days in between, and that way you see a big jump in it. And if you don't see a big jump, you know that something's happened. The baby has not made it, and it's time to cull that egg. A lot of people worry about the egg exploding in the incubator. I have seen it done in the past. I've not had the misfortune of it being me that's happened to, but typically if you get to day 23 in your incubation and the egg hasn't hatched by then, it won't. It's just not going to. Day 23 is cut off for me, even if I'm waiting on late stragglers, if I can hear them peeping or whatever. But day 21, typically, most all of them are in the process of hatching out by 21. So, alright y'all, I hope you got anything that you was looking for knowledge-wise from this. If not, comment on the video. Let me know what your thoughts are. And if you want to see anything in particular, let me know. And next time around, huh? Well, let's do it this way then. I'll just point it at me. Is that better?
No, look.
How about now?
Yeah.
New learning
Yeah.
for this setup here. So next time, if you got anything going on you want to know about or anything, shoot me a message on the video. I answer just about every comment that's put in there and try to help anybody out that needs it. Till next time, y'all, take care, have fun, enjoy your incubation if you're doing it yourself, and if you're not, you might want to think about it. Later.